The only thing constant is change. When it comes to prop firms, I'm not one of these doom and gloom guys. We just have to adapt. In the past, I've made videos about Blue Guardian and Traders with Edge, and I've recently got emails from both saying they were switching from MetaTrader to DX Trade. DX isn't a new platform for me. I used it back in 2019 and 2020. In this video, I'm going to get you up to speed, show you how to set up your workspace, and also take trades. Looking at the DX website, you'll see one of their partners is Prime XBT. Logging into my old XBT account, you'll see the trades I took on the DX platform. Back then, all deposits were in Bitcoin, and apparently I have $22 left over. It's like I found a $20 bill in an old jacket. I'm not sure what the fees are for Bitcoin, but I'm gonna pick somebody in the comments below and send you whatever Bitcoin I have left. So this is your chance to vent about prop firms, complain about the EAs you can't use anymore, or if there's a DX to MT4 copier I don't know about. Let me know in the comments below. Now let's jump into DX. I'll show you how to get started. Logging in for the first time, your screen is gonna look something like this. I can tell you from past experience, the DX platform does have a tendency to lag, so you're gonna wanna close everything you're not gonna use. I don't have any use for the section on the right, so click the X and it's gone. You can see the default watch list is locked, so we wanna create our own. There are two ways to do this. The first is to duplicate it. Hit the down arrow and then go to duplicate to my list. Anything you're not gonna use, right click and close instrument. I like to know the spreads, but by default, they don't show. Click on the three lines and then go to columns customization. I don't need these three on the right, so go ahead and X out. But what I do want is spread. Click that and then add to table. Shrink it down and then you're ready to go. If you only trade a few pairs, you can start with a blank list and just add what you want. Go to the drop down and create your list. Maybe you only trade indices. Search for SPX, NAS, and US. If you trade Euro USD, go on the All tab. Type USD and then add it to your list. Alright, now let's configure how the chart looks. You can change the color of the candles, you can take off the watermark, the volume. If you need any indicators, it would be the second one on the right. You can have up to 5. Click on EMA, drag it over, change whatever color or settings you want, and hit done. If you're happy with the initial settings, go back to the gear icon, save as default. Now we're gonna set up our different workspaces. Click on the plus, and these are gonna be, let's say, our indices. We've got a blank screen, you wanna hit chart. So it'll save our black background, but you have to add your indicators back on. Maybe you trade SPX and NASDAQ. You enter on the 5-minute and you have the 1 hour as your higher time frame. So let's set up 4 charts on the same screen. Click on the chart button in the top left 3 more times. The 5 minutes are on the top and the 1 hours are on the bottom. I don't trade the Dow, but sometimes I like to have it off to the side when I look for divergences. So let's add 1 more chart. We've got US 30 in the bottom right, but let's say we want to make it smaller and just push it off to the right side. You'll see these 6 dots. Click and drag wherever you want it. And then between the lines for each screen, you can click and drag. Once you have it how you like, click on the top right and then save the layout. If you accidentally click on a different layout, just go back to your save layout and then you can load it again. In terms of drawing tools, I'm sure you've used TradingView, so everything should be pretty intuitive. You can scroll back in time with the bar, and zooming on the X or Y axis is pretty easy. You got your Fibonacci and most of the other standard tools. Probably better to use TradingView for alerts, but you can right click and set your alert here. Now let's talk about the most important part, which is how to place and manage trades. I know of trading systems that use a fixed number of pips. So for instance, if you trade EU and you always have a 10 pip stop and a 20 pip take profit, you can configure it one time and it'll automatically set up your future trades. If it were me, I would just stick with TradingView for the analysis. Here we've got a possible trade. We've got an 8 pip stop and either a 2 or 3 to 1 take profit. So let's say I did want to take that trade on my actual account. Right click and then we want to enter a sell. Few different options. We got a market, limit, stop, and OCO. Let's do the limit for now. With MT4, I had an expert advisor that would automatically calculate lot size. Here, I don't think DX has that feature, so we have to do it old school. My count is 97,500, my stop is 8 pips. I'm risking 0.5% on the trade, so my sizing would be 10 lots. For the sake of demonstration, I'm only going to enter a 0.01 lot. You always want to enter your stop loss at the time of your entry. So we have different stop loss protection orders. You can set it by price, pips, how much in dollars you want to lose, or how much of the percentage of your balance you want to lose. We already know our pip is 8 pips. And then take profit. If we're risking 8 and we want a 3-to-1, we take profit at 24 pips. Different order durations. GTC is good till canceled. Your limit will stay on the chart until it's hit. Day is it'll be canceled by the end of the day. And then good till day, you can set it to maybe a day or two from now. So SLTP, stop loss and take profit. We've got a 0.01 lot. We hover over, our stop loss is 8 pips above and the take profit is 24 pips below. If you want to change your limit, just click and drag. If you want to have 2 take profits, you need to enter another order. So if my original order was 10 lots, I'd enter a 5 lot at 1 take profit and then another 5 lot at a higher take profit. So as of now, they're still in the limit status. They won't show up in the bottom in the positions tab. Click the plus and then hit orders. So these are my pending orders. Double click and you can make adjustments here. We've got 2 orders, and if you want to adjust the take profit or stop loss, all you have to do is click on it. So we don't think price is going to go up that high. We want to get into the trade. We can just slide it down. So we're in one position, the other just got triggered. We've got 2 separate positions, but on the same ticker. You can click the net aggregation and it'll lump everything together. I don't like the way the trade is going. I want to exit right away. Just click the X. So here I only have 0.01. So I would just close the position. If I had maybe a 1 lot, I could actually just close half a lot. Hit the X, order close right away. My original stop loss was up here. Let's say the trade has been going in my favor. I want to reduce my risk. All I would do is slide down the stop loss. And now it's closer. You can also enter an order from any of the workspaces. So obviously at all-time highs for NQ, but let's say you're a breakout trader. You want it to take a long as soon as it hits the new all-time high. So right click and buy, and this time instead of a limit, we're gonna use a buy stop. All-time high is 18,340, and we'll set a stop at 18,299. Let's say on the other hand, you think it's crazy to buy at such a high price. You wanna fade. You want to enter a short as soon as it breaks this low. Right click, we're going to sell, not a limit, but it's going to be a stop. And if it goes above the all-time highs, we'll get out. So we're risking $4.50. So if price goes up, we get triggered here. Price goes down, we'll get triggered here. The only thing is if price goes up a little bit, we get triggered. If it comes back down, we get triggered and we're in 2 trades. The way to avoid that is we can set an OCO, or a one cancels the other. All right, so let's cancel this order. Cancel this order. Now we want an OCO. So first order, we're gonna buy stop at the high. The other one, we're gonna sell stop at the low. Trying to add a protective order. I think maybe once the order's triggered, then you can do it. While we're waiting for that, let's open up a new workspace. Hit the plus, and these are going to be all of the active orders we're in. Let's add a positions tab. And no matter what screen you're on, you can adjust your orders whenever they show up on the chart. And anytime you make a change, go ahead and save it. So just one thing to note, the prices aren't the same, but the actual structure of the candles looks about the same. On TradingView, we're at 18,369, and then on DX, we're at 18,300. So my order just got hit. I'm still in the short trade, but it removed the long trade. For For the OCO, there wasn't a stop loss that was originally put in. As soon as you enter the position, you want to go ahead and make that change. Probably a bad trade to be in, so just go ahead and you can close it right away. And let's go ahead and close this trade. One of the tabs at the top is the trading journal. You can filter by a range of dates or see all the trades. So today we had those 2 positions on AUD NZD, and then we had that one on NAS for a total loss of $1.84. There's different tags, you can filter them, you can save them for later. I'll be the first to admit, DX is a worse platform than MetaTrader. I hope in the next few weeks we get an MT4 to DX copier, but for now, this is what we have to work with. But let's look on the bright side. We haven't lost our funding. Prop firms haven't closed up shop. We still have the opportunity of accessing the markets, and that's the main thing. I wasn't able to find a demo version of DX, so once you have everything set up, I'd recommend only trading 0.01 lots until you're fully comfortable with the platform. Last thing I want to hear is you lost your funding because you couldn't figure out how to set a stop loss. Please leave a comment or any questions you have. In the meantime, check out my video where I go over good and bad trading advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.